Welcome to the Seasonality Workshop by Alert Trades. This is Manesh Patel, your host, and I'm going to be guiding you through each individual module until this course is complete. The topic of discussion today is going to be seasonality. This is a word that's used through the trading community a lot these days, especially in the last couple of years. Seasonality has gained a lot of momentum in that it really helps you in your trading in improving your results. It's kind of more of a timing play that tells you exactly when to look at a particular instrument and which instruments to look at. The problem with seasonality is that if not used correctly, it could sit there and hurt you. And as a result, a lot of people make money with seasonality, but a lot of people also lose a lot of money with seasonality. In this course, we're going to go through exactly what we're offering, and we're going to show you exactly how to use it in order to apply it to your existing trading plan to help you in your trading. Okay, so let's begin and let's start going through the agenda. So let's now go for the agenda and show you exactly what this course is going to offer. What we've done in this course is broken it down into individual modules and topics. Each topic is about a 5 to 10 minute video, which will go for that key concept and explain it very thoroughly, but in a short amount of time, in that you could sit there and still have that attention span to go through it, understand it, and learn it. So, first module is pretty much going to be the overview, where we're going to talk about what seasonality is. We're going to talk about what seasonality is, how it's used today, and how it could help you in your trading, or it could even hurt you in your trading, and we'll talk about the pros and cons in using seasonality. After that, we're going to talk about the formula. A lot of vendors out there use various different formulas. Some people use the same formula out there. So we'll talk about the formula in respect to what the standard common formula is, and then we'll talk to you about what our formula is, why it's proprietary and why it's unique, and how it could help you in your trading results. After that, we'll talk to you about what markets we support. One of the unique features that you'll see in our browser-based software or our mobile-based software is that we support all global markets out there, from everything from North, South America to Europe to Asia to Africa and so forth. Whereas most of the seasonal software out there that you see are pretty much US-centric, where they're only supporting US stocks, and some support US currencies and futures, but majority of the software out there only supports US stocks. But ours doesn't. It pretty much supports the whole gamut of all the instruments worldwide. As long as there's liquidity there, we pretty much support the instrument. The second module, called Getting Started, will go for the software and start breaking it down and start explaining what each menu option is and what's available behind each of those options. So in the Getting Started option module, we're going to first talk about how to register for the software for free, and then how do you log in. Once you've done that, we're going to go for each of the individual menu systems. There's two menu systems that we have. One's called the trending menu, and the second one's called My Account. We'll go for each of those menu options there, what submenus are there, and explain what each of those options do and what features, functionality you have within each of those submenus. Once Module 2 is complete, we'll then go for Module 3, where we start talking about the statistics that are available in the software for each individual instrument. So we're going to talk about the prediction statistic. The prediction statistic basically tells you how accurate is it for either a bullish or bearish scenario based on past results. We'll talk about the confidence value. We'll talk about the seasonal index value, SIV. Now this is one that we'll talk a lot about. This reason why is this is very unique. This is one of the things that makes us different compared to other seasonal software out there, in that when a seasonal software gives you a prediction, it tells you a high probability whether it be bullish or bearish. A lot of times you could enter these seasonal software, but the problem is it may only move 0.1% or 0.5% and so forth. A lot of time, if it moves that amount in a 30-day span, for example, that's not enough for you to make money at all. So one of the things that you have to do is, along with a seasonal prediction, you need to make sure that the instrument does move, does trend in that particular date range. And that's what this SIV value will do. It will make sure that the instrument's moving. In fact, based on this SIV value, you could actually determine if an instrument's going to be trending or it's actually going to consolidate and so forth. So we'll go through that in great detail once we get to Module 3 in that individual topic. Then we'll talk about reward risk. Remember, money management is the key for consistent profits. So we have to sit there and look at that. If you have a low reward risk ratio, then you know that technical analysis is going to be key in order for you to confirm the seasonal probability. If the reward risk is 3 to 1 or higher, then believe it or not, you could get away with doing minor technical analysis. You always have to have some type of technical analysis to confirm the seasonal pattern, but this tells you how great of a need it is based on reward risk. Module 4 then will give you a trading plan. How do you take these statistics and apply it to the real world, to the trading world? How do you get it from theory to application? And that's what we're going to do. We're going to tell you exactly what to look for as far as these statistics are concerned in order to sit there and apply it to real live trades in real live markets out there. Okay? And we'll go for the overview. We'll go for the trading plan there, and then what we'll do is we'll show you examples using the exact same trading plan we gave you in a live market. We'll show you some examples of currencies, stocks, and futures from the past to actually this year and to the current month and so forth. Module 5 will then go for pattern recognition. This is something a lot of seasonal softwares don't do, but it's unique, and I think it's something that you do have to look at. And the reason why is sometimes the seasonal software will tell you that this has a 50% probability of being bullish or 50% probability of being bearish. Well, the problem is that's not a high probability at all. However, if you notice the patterns within year by year and so forth, you could actually increase that probability of success from 50% to about 90% or so. And I'll show you exactly what I mean when we get there for real live example trades. Now, Module 6 is a new module. This is something that we just added recently. This is what we call an opportunities calendar. In here, this is where you could choose the instrument type, whether it be US, Middle East, UK, or so forth. You could choose what probability you want, and then what it will do is it will show you, you could choose which week that you want to see, and it'll find the highest probability trades on a weekly basis for a particular month or a couple of months or so forth. So in that module, we'll go for the overview, explain exactly how to set up that calendar and what features, functionality available there, and then we'll support it with examples. These are examples that we basically showed at the Toronto Money Show just a couple of weeks ago, so we'll show you those examples there. And then lastly, we'll wrap up everything and kind of conclude the entire workshop to make sure that you got all the highlights of everything and so forth.